Welcome back to another co-op episode on HOLLANDSCHEVELD with me, SealyEG, and MrSealyP.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and SealyEG is back to our usual shenanigans, as you can see, whizzing round and round in her vent. So, today's episode, we are now in mid-spring. Now, bear in mind, we are rightly or wrongly, again, however you run your seasons is up to you, but we are running 3-day seasons, which means that each day equates to a month. That's how it works. So we've already gone through a month. You know, all of our first 4 episodes of if you think about it, time span wise, have spanned a month. So we're now into, in essence, I suppose, it depends where you're starting your spring from, if you're starting January. So we're technically February, I guess, if you want to go down that route. Now, ground temperature is saying 6 degrees, so we're good to do a bit of seeding. Are you still there?
Yes, I am sorry.
Great.
Sorry, hello.
We were talking off camera, and I said, you know, you need to do a bit more talk in this one, and he said, but you are going to start the episode because I started the last 2. It's okay, fair enough. That's incredibly kind of you, very fair of you. Right, anything we need to talk about regarding comments or anything that's happened that we need people to be aware of before we begin?
We got a comment helping us with contracts, didn't we?
Oh yes, that was it. Yeah.
We did, saying that if one of us leaves our farm but joins the other farm, we'll be able to do contracts together. And again, because we don't play multiplayer that much, we haven't really done that before, so we didn't know. But now we know for the future, don't we? So
yeah, so we can actually, we've got contractor access, which means we can work on each other's fields. But when it comes to doing actual in-game contracts, if you need to help the other person, you need to be on their farm.
Yes.
Because it's a contract they've taken on their farm, so you have to leave your farm, join theirs. Unfortunately, it was on SealyEG's, and she did the same thing I am in the habit of doing. Read the comment, we didn't think anything of it, and I keep doing that. I read the comment, I don't think anything of it at the time. Then we'll start doing an episode, we'll start talking about something, and that comment suddenly becomes relevant. And then you think, I didn't write down the person's name. The problem is, if I write down the person's name for every comment that's made, I'm in the same boat. I've then got to sift through and find out, you know, so yeah, I need to get in the habit of, if there's a comment that pops up and I might think,
yeah,
we may use that, we need to write down the name. So
I
whoever it
always
was that said that,
heart the good comments that like are gonna help, you know, so I can bring them up in the video so I can go back and find them, but I always forget. I'm very forgetful.
I have no idea where you get that from.
Yeah,
weird,
no idea. No clue. No clue.
So, 8 o'clock in the morning, ground temperature's fine. We are going to be doing my field. That is the plan. So, field 18 just here. I'm having problems with the whole menu thing again. It's all gone a bit haywire. I know a lot of you are experiencing the same thing. If I go across, no. If I go to fruit types, that's fine. Growth, there's nothing. But if I go to soil composition, all my growth ones are there. Not sure why. Then I haven't got anything for soil composition, so it's a bit peculiar. I don't know why it's happened. But field 18, we've got 2 fertilising states on because SealyEG did fertilise it. Now it's time to seed. Now we're not going to go too big too quickly. I'm going to buy a couple of things. You're going to lease something, I think was what we decided, didn't we?
Yes.
Now I'm going to try something I've never done before. And that is using the Kuhn BFT 4000, which is 14 grand to buy. It's 4 metres. We're not going to go too big, too quick or anything like that. It's only 14 grand to buy, but that doesn't hold seed itself. So I'm going to need a seed tank. I'm assuming that works because that normally hooks up as a combination of bits of equipment. So I'm going to try that. Now, again, we can hook a cultivator up to that if we want to. I totally understand that I could do that in one pass, but we're going to, obviously, we're doing co-op, we're working together on this. So I'm going to buy that. We looked at 3 metre ones, and we looked at some 6s, and we looked at horsepower requirements. I'm also going to go up and I'm going to get the planter one. I know they use this one all the time, but the FH2200 Vaderstat front tank, standard in-game, is 8 grand for 2,200 litre capacity. That to me is a no-brainer. The other one was 11 grand under Cedars and is only 1,500 litres, so it makes more sense to get this one. So that's what I'm doing with regard to that. SealyEG is going to get a...
Yeah, which one did we decide again?
It was under Disc Arrows.
Disc Arrows. those. Okay.
And I think we said about getting the Catros 6002. You were going to lease it, not buy it though. So SealyEG is going to cultivate the field ahead of me, and I'm going to seed. That was the plan, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Right, cool. So what I'm going to do is grab this. We are going to need some. Going to need some seed, aren't we? That's a good point too.
That is a very, very good. It's hard. We have like no money, but that's because we obviously I've never done seasons before, so I don't know how you start this. But how do you make money? Like, I don't know. How do you guys make money?
Yeah, that's a good. I was going to say, you're not asking me, are you? You're asking. Now we have we chatted about this off screen. When I did my Sussex Farms Let's Play, and it's the only time I've run seasons on a Let's Play so far, I was already playing Sussex Farms when Seasons was released as a mod. So does this fold up? So my farm was already established, and when Seasons dropped as a mod, I then put Seasons on and carried on with Seasons on. So I was already partway through. Oh, it does hook up. Oh, that is mint.
Mint.
Oh, I like that a lot. Nice. I just need some seed now. Let me just grab some seed.
I guess
I could probably.
It's very different. Not only how we're playing at the moment, because I'm used to like buying everything that I want. But even if I wanted to do that, you couldn't do it on Seasons. Anyway.
No, that's the thing we're saying. So yeah, as far as what we can do to make money, my default would be either silage bales or something along those lines. Without Seasons on, you make silage bales, they bale, they wrap, they're good to go, ready to sell. Even if we had grass that was ready to cut now, which we're a little bit early and it's not ready, it's not fully grown yet, even if you do that, they still then need to be left to ferment with Seasons on. So we've got no way of making a substantial amount of money other than logging. Logging really is the only thing we can do off season until things start to grow. So again, when we start doing animals, we are going to be buying stuff. You know, in our first year,
you have no choice.
Yeah, I think I said in when I did my Sussex farms, you don't really have a lot of option on the wrong side of the road. That's what we've got to do, because we don't have the stuff available yet. So as SealyEG was just saying, how do you do it? How do you normally go about it? What do you do with when you've got Seasons on in your first year? How do you make money? What is it you do?
Because even to buy the stuff, we're gonna need money. So like, if you have any ideas, like let us know. I love reading the comments. You see me sitting there laughing, don't you? Because all of them are so funny.
Oh, that was the other thing we wanted to talk about, wasn't it? Where we are. We said about we were going to post a video every day. So if you do wheat or barley, does it really matter? We want the straw swath for bedding, really. Oh no, you need wheat or barley for chicken feed, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't really matter then.
Yeah.
I want wheat, so we'll stick it on wheat. Let's drop that down. No, not that. Wrong one. Let's go to that. I can't see the screen. My eyesight's terrible.
I missed a bit. I think we should talk about a special day that's happening tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Your birthday! It's MrSealyP's birthday, everyone. Tomorrow, not today. Let's not get confused.
Tomorrow.
Are you excited?
Well, we say it's tomorrow. It depends, of course, when this posts. That was the other thing we were going to talk about.
Oh yeah, because the internet is not great. We sit for 3 hours waiting for the video to upload to then say, cannot upload.
It was really weird. Yeah, 3 hours. Then it said cannot upload, so it reset itself to 3 hours. So my video took 6 hours to upload.
Yes.
SealyEG set hers to upload in her room where she is downstairs at the barn, and yours went in about 45 minutes, didn't it? But maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I don't understand why or how hers was quicker than mine, because I'm right next to the router and stuff. So I honestly don't know how that happened. But hers also said cannot upload. But then when we went onto YouTube, it had uploaded, which was really bizarre.
Didn't, but we like posting them at the same time for you guys who like to watch them
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So we waited, but obviously it's quite long.
So unfortunately, yeah, it's taken us on average about 6 hours to post a video. So by the time we've recorded and edited, and then generally speaking we'll set them to upload to YouTube, we then go out and do our stuff for the day. But the problem was, when we got back last time, mine had for some reason had tripped over. I don't know if the internet had dropped out or something. So mine had tripped out an hour into uploading. So we had to reset again, which put us back another 3 hours. So yeah, unfortunately we're just putting videos up as and when we can. And I did say about mod reviews that I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do them. The problem is, even if I had the time, because we've been doing stuff in the afternoons and the evenings, it's taking so long to upload a video, we're only managing to get one out,
Yeah.
if that. You know, we had one the other day, we didn't even manage to get a video up in a day. So, sorry to everyone out there who's, you know, I know you're kind of hoping we're going to get them out. I wouldn't say expecting, that's the wrong word, just not expecting anything. Most of you guys are great out there. We did say we would try our best, and we are, but unfortunately, it's not quite going to plan.
We'll be back to our normal scheduling next week.
Next week we'll be back to normal, and SealyEG's hoping to get... Well, you can explain that about your extra stuff that you want to be doing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
haven't done it yet, have you?
I haven't done any yet. I haven't posted any like Fortnite or Gran Turismo or anything yet. But I think especially because of the Wi-Fi, if I was to do Fortnite, I would want to start off playing with like my family and my friends. But I
Yeah.
cannot do that here with this Wi-Fi. It just wouldn't work. But I'm hopefully going to start that when we get back home. Because obviously I didn't want to post other stuff straight away. I kind of wanted to test to see if people were liking what they were watching, you know?
It's going well, isn't it? Seems to be.
It's going very well. That is a good point. Let me check something quickly. I'm going to stop.
You sound a bit bunged up. You get a cold, or is it hay fever?
I think it's hay fever. It started as soon as I... It happened.
What?
I hit 3,000 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Do you know how long it took me to hit 3,000 subscribers? Oh, good grief. Wow. That's incredible.
Wow.
I can hear you grinning from here. That's amazing.
Every time I check my subscriber count or how many views I've got in a video, how many likes, or just the comments, I'm always smiling. It's nice.
Yeah, she sits at the other end of the room upstairs. We still haven't done that. We need to get a vlog done. I just keep saying that. We still haven't recorded, have we? Oh yeah, today. What are we going to do today?
What are
Right,
we
in the
going
game.
to do
What are we doing
today?
today? We're supposed to be heading out to Carlisle today.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was like, wait, what?
And hopefully, if it's open, we're going to go to Rickaby. We're going to the Class dealership at Rickaby. Whenever we're up here, if we're over Carlisle way, I always pop my head in the door and say hello.
They're on a
There's a
first
guy
name
there.
basis.
I don't know if he still watches my videos. He was. There's a guy called George, and he is just amazing. And there's Melissa as well. The PR lady up there is fantastic. But George is a lovely, lovely guy. And whenever I go up there, he comes out and says hello and asks me how my channel's doing. And the last time I was up there, he just came out and went, MrSealyP, and he said, oh, your channel's doing great. And so I assume he's been watching stuff. If you are, hello George. We'll be up later. Plus, I end up spending a fortune, so I buy more models.
He's ums and ahs, and I just tell him to send it and do it. And but one thing you should know about me is to never go shopping with me, because
blimey.
if you want something, I will tell you to buy it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if it's just the right.
well,
I was too busy talking. Who put that drainage ditch there? Irrigation ditch, drainage ditch, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I when we go shopping, I can be a bit indecisive, and I'll um and ah about something, and I
he
think,
feels
oh, you know
guilty.
what? I won't buy it, or when she comes with me, she'll be like, oh, just do it, and she's like that little, you have the angel and the devil on your shoulder.
You work so hard for your money, so.
And she, she's the devil on my shoulder that says, go on, do it. My Millennium Falcon, my Lego Millennium Falcon, I've got the Ultimate Collector's Edition one. It was when my channel kind of really started to take off, and I actually was making a bit of money for my channel. And we went into the Lego store, And I looked at it, I thought, I can't get it.
Every time you go into town, you would go into the Lego store just to look at it. Like, you wouldn't have any intention of buying it, you would just look at it. So you deserved it.
So she said to me, go on, just do it. And I did. I said to her, can I have those? I think the woman was more shocked than I was.
Yeah.
She said, oh, I'll come and get it. It was one of those things, as soon as I paid for it, I thought, oh, what have I just done? But weirdly, I went shopping with my eldest daughter recently, and she tried the same thing. And she said to me, I don't know what we're doing, because Emma just says, send it. She was like, oh, go on, Dad, send it. So my eldest said, go on, Dad, just send it. And I said, oh, I can't, and walked away. And she got really cross with me. She said, oh, I don't understand, you'll do it when you're with Emma, but you won't do it. So, yeah, I don't know. I got in trouble on that one.
What can I say?
If any of you have been watching my channel for a long time, you'll know our family situation. It has become a bit of a running gag now about who the favourites are. And yeah, SealyEG has a reputation as being the favourite because she's the youngest, and you know.
Yep, I'm the favourite to you. The favourite for Mum is Farm Dog.
Yeah.
All the children are below Farm Dog, and we've been alive longer.
You never used to be. MrSealyP's favourite was always my son. And then he moved out. Shock horror. I
know.
Excuse me.
It's been nice. Heaven.
My wife was devastated when he moved out. The rest of us, not so much.
Well, not so much.
Not so much. But yeah, she was devastated. So then all of a sudden Farm Dog became her favourite. And the rest of us are just somewhere.
Taken their position.
Yes. But yeah. So anyway, it's all good. So yeah, tomorrow I get to spend my birthday with my
favourite child.
I hope none of the rest. I was there with my wife and my youngest daughter.
Oh, like that too.
Okay. I like my favourite child, and Farm Dog.
And Farm Dog. Where is Farm Dog?
He's laying on the sofa next to me. He's absolutely sparko.
Oh.
He had a long day yesterday. Did a lot of walking.
We did. Tried to roll in seaweed or whatever it was. I don't even know what it was.
We went down to Whitehaven Harbour yesterday. Walked around the harbour, which is what we always do when we go there. My wife's family are from the Lake District, from Whitehaven predominantly. And we've been kind of doing family tree stuff for a few years. And I've managed to get my family trees back to 15 something so far.
Wow.
On Ancestry and various different things. So we're building up a family tree of all different stuff, which is really cool. And she hasn't been able to get back as far on hers because her grandfather passed away a while ago. And obviously her father passed away, how was it, 8 years ago now, isn't it?
It was like 7-8 years.
Yeah, 8 years ago he passed away. So there was no one to ask about family and all the information, and there weren't really many records kept. So she's been trying to find out. Now, his surname was Kelly, and when you go on and look up Kelly in and around Whitehaven, there are so many, and it's knowing, you know, which is which. So we've struggled a little bit, but what we do know, because she met him, and he was referred to as Pops, was that her great granddad was a miner in the Lake District. And in the pits in and around Whitehaven, they would go down. I can't remember how far down it was. We went around the exhibit and stuff, didn't we, a while back? And they went out under the ocean, so they go out under sea. The mines went out right out under the sea, about a mile out, if not further, under the sea, which is amazing. So yeah, he was a miner for up until I think the mines closed. They started closing. They did iron ore and all sorts of stuff around Whitehaven. So yeah, we were there yesterday, and Whitehaven's got an amazing history. I think at one point in the UK's history, it was one of the biggest ports for imports and exports in the UK. And it's weird because you go there now and you've got ports like Liverpool and, you know, Southampton and all these massive, you know, places, but it was huge, and the harbour there is absolutely massive.
It is.
But it's just like a marina now. But yeah, it was good. So yeah, we did a load of walking yesterday, so Farm Dog's a bit warm now.
Yes, we got to the end of the pier, and normally you can see quite far out. Not this time. All you could see was rain coming towards us, and you were like, oh, we'll be here in a minute. Not even a minute later, rain coming sideways. it's only
Yeah.
windy enough as it is out up here, but yesterday...
We had to hide behind the seawall, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it was good. Yeah, we're having a good time. We're enjoying it. It's good fun. Yeah, we've been out and about. So let's say today, Carlisle. Tomorrow on my birthday, we're going to head out to Grasmere and Ambleside. Lovely little places. There's a fantastic little gingerbread shop in Grasmere that's been there, hundreds of years. I can't remember how far back it is now.
Oh yeah, it's so tiny.
Sarah Nelson's. It's amazing. They make it all there on site, and it's just fantastic.
I personally don't like gingerbread, but the shop smells nice, so
It does.
I just go there for the smell.
Well, maybe what we'll do is, if we can today, if we can get some vlogging done when we go to Carlisle. We've been trying to do some selfies here and there and post them on Twitter and Facebook, and I keep meaning to do Instagram and I keep forgetting. Is we'll do a bit of filming maybe if we go to class at Rickaby. Maybe a little bit. I know I've been there before, I've done a bit before, but I'm thinking more for SealyEG, if I can get her to do a bit of filming maybe. So you could maybe put up a bit of a vlog or something, I don't know. And then tomorrow when we go to Grasmere and Ambleside, we'll try and take a bit of footage at Grasmere, because it's such a lovely place. Beautiful little place. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're up to.
The home to William Wordsworth.
Yes, actually, yes. His cottage was literally just, not far from the...
Learned that in English Lit, Writer of the Year over here.
Yes, you did, didn't you? Yeah. Writer of the Year award.
I did.
Get
Don't
you.
know how I did that, but
Get
we
you
did it.
fancy pants.
Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. I told you. Hard work, perseverance, resilience. You can do anything.
You can tell you were a teacher.
Well, it's true though. It is true. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, when I worked at the school, and like I said before, I would say I was in teaching, because I was a teaching assistant. That's how I started off. Then I became a higher level teaching assistant. I took a whole load of training and courses and stuff, which meant that I would cover teachers when they were on planning time or holiday or sick absence and stuff like that. I then kind of went up a sort of another grade from there. It was still high level teaching assistant, but they increased the percentage of time that I could teach. So I got to a point where I was teaching some weeks 100% of the time. If teachers were off sick or someone was on long term, was it your teacher in year 6 or was it
Yeah, he became my full-time teacher in year 6.
Yeah, because their teacher wasn't very well, and I had an operation. He was off for 3 months or so. So they asked me, would I take on the class for the last 3 months of the year, which I did. And you know what? It was amazing. So I taught SealyEG.
He did teach me.
Well, I don't know what that laughs for. That's really nerve-wracking.
No, it was fun. I enjoyed it. When I tell my friends that, they were like, "Wait, what?" They find it so confusing. But
I taught all of my children apart from my eldest at some point or other. I taught my twins only
wait,
briefly.
you taught
though.
the twins?
Was I there when I taught? Oh no, they'd left, hadn't they?
You taught Kobe?
I taught my son. I thought I taught the twins. Maybe I didn't.
And who got in trouble more, me or Kobe? Kobe.
You know full well. I'm not putting him down on public television.
We love him.
No, he was hard work. is hard work.
He still is.
He still is hard work. I've got 4 girls and 1 boy. I've got twins in there. Amy and Jessica, my daughters, my twins. And even having twins, my son was still by far the hardest work of all of them.
I don't know how you did it.
What, generally, or just with him?
All of us.
Well, I'll be honest, it was one of those weird things. I always kind of wanted I'd say a big family. I don't know if I wanted a big family, but we had my eldest, Lauren, your eldest sister, and then we had the twins. And twins run in my family, and I think in my wife's as well. And it was one of those things we didn't really think much about it. And we went for the first scan, and the woman did the whole, there's 2 healthy heartbeats. And straight away you think, what? You know, your mind doesn't register.
It's like that Friends episode where they're like, we only ordered 1.
Yeah,
we didn't want to do.
You know? But it was amazing. Absolutely, just wow. But the thing was, going from 1 to 3, the twins, when they were babies, I don't think, and this is no word of a lie, if any of you got twins out there, you'll know what I mean. I don't think we slept for the first 3 months they were alive. I was a postman at the time, so I was getting up at 4 in the morning, and we would feed them. But the problem was, because they were twins, they would never feed at the same time. They would wake up at different times, and we would kind of take it in turns feeding. One would finish feeding, get them laid down, the other one would wake up. So it was a constant roll of feeding, cleaning, washing bottles, every time you got a spare 10 minutes to sleep, you just closed your eyes and slept, because you just had to. And then I'd get up for work at 4, and I'd go off like a zombie. So yeah, and I think we both decided at that point, because we'd gone from 1 to 3 and we'd done twins, you know, if we have another one. But what didn't dawn on us was that potentially we could have got another 2, because of the twin thing.
Oh, imagine.
We could have got another 2. That didn't actually cross our minds. So yeah, we went from 1 to 3, then we had my son, and then the best one came along. No, don't do that.
Of course not.
No, that would be too harsh. Now, something we were going to talk about. I'm doing it again. I'm doing the talking on. Sorry.
Well, no, we're having a discussion.
Just force a habit. That somebody mentioned the other day that it was boring because all I'd done in my episode was just sorry. I just want to get that strip done. Was ploughing a field. The thing you got to remember is, because we're not cutting and editing, we're running right through. So each episode is an hour long, but we're just doing whatever needs to be done in that episode. We're getting done. Yeah, in essence, whereas normally, and I said this right from the start, by normal episodes, I'll try and get multiple jobs done. This is a bit more kind of laid back, where in an episode we might only get 1 job done. We might start on a second one, we might not get 2 jobs done. But I personally am finding it quite relaxing. It's quite nice. On my last Stone Valley that I'm recording at the moment, I haven't posted it yet, I'm kind of multitasking and bouncing around doing 3 or 4 different jobs at once. This is nice, doing one job. I'm really enjoying it.
I think it's nicer when you can sit and talk to someone.
Yeah, when you're on your own, or if I'm talking to subscribers, the audience out there as well, sometimes you struggle to find things to talk about, and that's when I end up waffling on and ranting. Although you did get a nice comment, didn't you? You got my jeans. You had a bit of a rant about your delivery,
yeah.
didn't you?
They're like, it's nice to see that SealyEG can rant as well, or something like that. Again, I sat at the table laughing, and I read it out to you,
Yep.
you and Mum.
But how are you? How are you at the moment, SealyEG? How are you enjoying the holiday and everything that you're doing?
I'm enjoying the holiday. I always like coming away, especially kind of being in the house for how long? 5 months?
Yeah.
Or it's a long time. I wasn't gonna come away, was I? It was kind of like a last minute decision, but I'm happy I did come, because it's always nice to get out, especially in the Lake District. I like the mountains and just being able, like we said, we went on the walk the other day and all we could hear was a tractor.
Yeah.
And we passed like 2 cars when we were walking down the lane that we were on. It's just nice
that
and
was
soothing.
it. We were out for about an hour, weren't we, walking, and we only saw two cars, and the whole time we were walking. Just absolutely brilliant.
It just means you can come back home and you just reset, you know?
I think you need it every now and again. I've said this before on various videos. You might be new to my channel, you might not know. And I was saying about my wife's family coming from the Lake District. The first time I came to the Lake District was on my honeymoon. I'd never been. And my wife said, we'll go up, we'll go to the Lake District. And I fell in love with the place. And the weird thing is, going back through my family tree, none of my ancestors are from the Lake District or the north of the country. I think most of my ancestry comes from Kent and the southeast. Weirdly enough, I say not weirdly enough, family names derive from jobs and places, and the etymology of a family name, often names like Baker and Butcher and Cooper and all from all different jobs, and then some are from places. So you would be, my first name is Paul, if you didn't know that, but Paul of whatever would be how you would introduce yourself. Then the of got dropped, so the place name would become your surname. Well, most of my family, bizarrely enough, come from a place called Seal in Kent. There's a place called Rotham in Kent, and there's a place called Seal not far from it. Well, Rotham is where a lot of them were from. But people would introduce themselves as, for example, I'm Paul of Seal, because Rotham was quite small. You would introduce yourself as the place that was kind of most well known.
So there would only be like one person named that in the...
Yeah, and then obviously the of then gets dropped over time, and you become Paul Sill, you know. And it's the same with, you know, you've got like Scandinavian names like Ferguson, so you were the son of Fergus. So Fergus, you know, that's how, you know, a lot of Viking and Nordic countries introduced themselves. You know, you would be the son of whoever. So things like Hendrickson and Ferguson, and you know, all of those. So I find all that kind of thing fascinating. I love history anyway, but I love the whole etymology of words and how they come about, and names I think are fascinating. You know, how and where people get their names from. So I've kind of lost my thread on all of that.
It's funny how excited you just got when you were talking about history in primary school. If in the afternoon it was a history lesson and you were teaching, you knew it was going to be a good lesson, like, because you were so passionate about it. Like, it was nice.
It's one of those things I always felt when I was teaching. It was always much harder to teach something you didn't enjoy, something you weren't particularly passionate about. Maths was never my thing. You know, I can teach maths, and did teach maths and taught it well, but maths was not something I was ever particularly... I never liked it when I was a child. English, writing, I love. History, adore. Science, all those kind of things. So all those types of lessons, and you can tell, and even when you're working with teachers, you know the things they're passionate about. You can absolutely tell.
Maths will never be one of those lessons. Every maths lesson, I would come out relieved that it was over. Like,
you did all right in your maths. I know you were really worried, but you did a lot better than you thought you were going to do.
Yeah, I cried when I saw my maths results.
every day she'd come out of her exam, and I'd say to her, you know, she needed to read me, or I'd go and pick her up from her exams. She'd get in the car, and I'd say, how'd you get on? And I could always tell. If she paused, I'm like, oh, that's not good. And every one she came out and said, it was awful, I didn't do well, and she did. She did way better than you thought you were going to, didn't you?
Yeah, let's just hope it's the same for A-levels.
I'm sure it will. But if all else fails, you can fall back on a career in YouTubing.
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't remember how we got on. Where did we get on talking about Seal and the place names? Oh, it's about places, wasn't it? And coming up to Lake District for the first time on my honeymoon and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so my wife's family were all from up here. So it's... oh, that's right. Well, my family are from Kent. But weirdly, coming to the Lake District, I feel like I'm coming home. Whenever we come to Lake District, to me it feels like coming home. And I don't know why. It's got to be a kind of... I'm not a particularly spiritual kind of person. I'm not, you know, mystical and that kind of thing. But it must be a spiritual thing. I don't know what it is. I just feel... It feels right being here. It's odd. But as SealyEG was saying, you just need a reset every now and again, you know? I think coming up here, because of the mountains and the scale of everything, I think it just it makes you feel small, you know? It puts you kind of back in your place and makes you feel where you know, how you should be and where you should be. How you're doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh, TikTokaroos, that's doing anything. Trouble is, because SealyEG, unfortunately, lives and breathes and talks TikTok at the moment.
Okay, that's not true.
Really?
I have a few phrases I say.
Well,
a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry it's taking a bit longer. It's because I'm running at 4 metres and she was at 6. So, are there any jobs you need to be getting done at your place, or are you okay at the moment?
Apart from the logs, no.
Oh. which you said off camera. What did you say off camera?
When I look at those logs, my brain just... no. But, again, in the comments, it's not just me who feels this.
Well, I had a brilliant comment left the other day by a guy who's an actual farmer. And the video we did, we were doing the logging that everyone seemed to think was hilarious. Or, I mean, not seemed to think, it was brilliant fun. He said, that's what actual logging with my 17-year-old is like. Oh, blimey, that must be terrifying.
That must be so dangerous.
I can't imagine doing anything like that with you in real life.
We didn't have a safety meeting beforehand.
We didn't. No, that's very un-British of us, isn't it?
I know.
You're supposed to take at least 2 hours at the start of a job to have a safety briefing and make sure no one's liable for anything.
Actually, I'll go take my trailer back. I
Bit
still
of back
have that
covering.
here.
Oh, that was something. There was a comment was left, wasn't it, about the chicken feed, about the trailer.
Oh yeah, pour the chicken feed into the trailer.
I don't know why we didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that at all. I didn't know you could do that.
Well, you can. I mean, you think I would know. You know, I don't know why we mucked around trying to put those pallets onto the trailer. It wasn't even a proper trailer. And thinking about it, yeah, with the pallet fork, we could have just lifted them up, tipped them into a regular trailer, and then taken them back to the farm. I've said this so many times before. I'll do mod reviews, I'll do videos, I'll do stuff. And isn't it weird how things you've done before and things that are seemingly obvious, you just don't cross your mind. You don't think, oh yeah, well let's do this. In my head, I just thought, oh yeah, we can, you know, we'll put this on a trailer, and because we had a trailer there, let's put them on this trailer. And as it turned out, it was a car crash. I don't know why we even tried to.
I don't even know how that happened. Is it just me, or it happens with us too? But I want to know if it happens to anyone else. When someone asks you for like a control of how to do something in the comments, I couldn't tell you unless I was holding the controller in my hand. As soon as I see the controller or hold it, oh yeah, I know. But
Yeah.
if someone asks me to like how to do something, I couldn't tell them.
It's muscle memory. I'm absolutely 100% with you on that.
It's same with
The
like
amount
a
of times,
keyboard.
yeah, people say, I'm new to the game, how do I do this? Or not even new to the game, how do you do this, how do you do that? And I'll sit there and think, I'll often put a comment saying, I think it's, and people must think, what do you mean you think? Either it is or
I don't
because
get.
without the controller in my hand, I honestly, can't remember. As soon as I pick it up, I say, oh yeah, it's this button configuration, isn't it? It's so weird, isn't it, how that happens?
I want to know if it happens to anyone else, because I find that interesting, and I don't want to be the idiot who does that.
Well, you're doing A-level, what are you doing? Oh, I always get it wrong, psychology?
Yes,
So you're doing all, you know, I suppose it's that kind of,
brain stuff.
yeah, brain function and how people react, and it's all
It's very interesting.
baffling to me.
Well, I've come home and told you about the studies that we've looked at and stuff.
Some of them are rather harrowing, to say the least.
Yes, they're not very ethical.
I don't suppose they were back in the day. I don't
They
suppose they
have
are
to be.
nowadays. There's probably all sorts of stuff still goes on that's not supposed to.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So what are you up to now?
I'm taking my trailer back to the farm.
I will stop talking for a few minutes and give you the opportunity to talk about anything you want to. Let's put you on the spot, innit?
Yeah.
Anything you want. Talk to your subscribers. Talk to our subscribers. I mean, they are ours, yours, ours. Well,
I still don't know which map to do for my own Let's Play, because I'm going towards Sandy Bay, but I feel like we've done that, you know? I want to do something different. But everyone's so nice, they're like, just go with whatever you want to do. And I'm like, but I want to know what you want me to do. So I'm not really
I think
sure.
it's the same as what I was saying about being passionate about teaching. I think the thing about it is, it's nice to give people the option. And I did have a comment left a little while ago, someone saying I should be asking my subscribers more what I should be doing in my videos. There is some element of that. I like the idea of that. I know Dagman did a series a while back where it was all he did. Every episode there was a vote, and whatever the vote came out at was what he did in the next episode. And I like that idea, but I think sometimes as well you're going to be far happier and far more passionate and you're going to enjoy it more if you pick something you want to do.
Yeah.
But again, you know, if you really are stumped, if you want to do Sandy Bay, just do Sandy Bay. You know, we didn't do that many episodes on it, and you've always said it's one of your favourite maps.
It is. Watching Dad go in, and we dreamed of it coming to 17.
So, you know, go for it.
Also, I've been told by some people that the reason my videos aren't going to, what is it, 180, is because I'm not on Pro.
1080.
But 1080. But Barris said that it's not because of the PlayStation. Something to do with the screen. I'm gonna have to
Oh.
play around with that.
It's
Do my
weird
own
because
research.
I had a comment left of mine saying that on regular PlayStation it will only go to 720. Someone messaged to say that's why. But
I don't
it's
know.
the PlayStation. So yeah, again we're back to that thing where people comment and tell you that this is right or this is wrong, and weirdly you always get conflicting kind of arguments. Yeah, the guy was going to say to you, one of the comments that was left of mine was that a regular PlayStation will only go to 720. So I don't know me that then, because I've had, I think since I started YouTubing, not long after I started, I got my first PS4 Pro. So I honestly don't know.
People are saying it's fine, like it's not that bad, but obviously you want the best.
You do. You know what's happened, don't you? Look down at your timer.
Oh, wait, what's yours saying? Just
9
minutes, 9:11. Oh.
How have we got down so quickly?
I don't. Time flies by. It's like people watching have been saying it goes so fast. Like, I'm like, that's how it feels when we're filming.
Well, we are. At the end of the day, we are moving forward. We are making progress. When we get back off our holiday, we're going to be knocking out a video every single day.
Yes.
So the progress will be more rapid daily. Yes, I know on this episode, all I've done is seeding. I've gone up and down and I've done seeding. The seeding needs to be done. We're now in the planting window, so it was the perfect opportunity to get it done. It does mean that we will have wheat for SealyEG's chickens. We will have straw swath for bedding.
Woo.
Next episode, we're going to be looking at animals. So I'm going to be getting some cows. You're going to be getting some sheep. But we are going to. I'm going to go and buy TMR because we've got nothing. We've got nothing prepped, and I want to get my cows up and running because obviously with seasons on, it will take 9 months before my cows start producing milk. So the quicker I can get them in, even if I have to buy TMR first. That's what we're going to do. You're going to get some sheep and we're probably going to buy some grass bales because like I say, we're still at the moment we're not running any mods. We are considering the first of the mods, and I said that last couple of episodes, maybe getting to buy anything silo and putting it somewhere on the map to give us the ability to buy loose products if we need to, maybe.
It's not like, yeah, you can buy anything from it, but we are obviously going to be paying for it, so.
Yeah, so I don't know, that's kind of what we're thinking at the moment. So yeah, next episode will be that. We'll be doing some animals and hopefully getting some feed in and some water. I'll also show you the water pump. We'll get water pumps put in as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be next episode. We'll have a look at doing some animals and water pump. Hopefully in the next 7 minutes I should get these 2 strips done, which will mean that this field will be done. It's fully fertilised, so we're where we should be. We've got a 4 metre seeder. I bought this outright, so I own this. I own the front tank now. Are we going to at some point upgrade to a larger seeder? Probably. We'll probably get a planter at some point too. But I just thought for the time being it was a nice cheap alternative because that back section is only 14 grand and that front was 8. I've got 2,200 litre seeder for 22 grand. I taught maths, you know.
Taught maths, I can tell.
Maths with an F.
Maths.
Maths or mathematics, if you're
You know what
from the
Mum
US.
said the other day? I call them piglets and cowweefers. She said
You've done that since
cowweeflets.
Cowweeflets
What?
for piglets.
No.
For piglets.
No, that's piglets. But
for
no,
calves.
all cows are cowweefers.
You've said that since you were very, very little. You've always said cowweefers. I don't know why, it's weird, isn't it? I think we did that on one of our Let's Plays before, didn't we? You said something and you said cowweefers.
I've said
Yeah.
some odd things when I was a child. What did I used to say? Something about colour?
Oh, that was for everything. When you first started them to talk, and she used to point at things and say colour. And we thought she meant colour, as in the colour. So we would go through all different colours and say, oh, this is this colour and that, and she would just look at us bemused and shake her head, and then just say louder. She'd point and go, colour! And we had no idea what she was talking about. Absolutely zero idea. It just became a guessing game at that point. She did that for the first 15 years of her life. She was that until she learnt to talk. It's a joke. Relax.
Okay.
Relax, no, dude.
Chill out, dude.
Yeah. So that's your catchphrase now, isn't it?
Go
That's your
smash that
thing.
like button, my dudes.
Dudes, yeah.
I can imagine that on the jumper.
To actually getting a comment back saying that, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And that's good. It's always nice to have a catchphrase somewhere along the line. This is it on the last strip, and we are about five minutes before the end. We need to think about thumbnails as well, don't we?
Thumbnails.
Did you give back the cultivator?
Yes.
You returned it. Well done, genius.
Again, I did that last episode as well.
Yeah.
I don't think about these things. I'll go through, you know.
That's going to cost you more money to lease it again.
Well, I didn't think about that.
See? YouTubing, you got to think. You know, what's my thumbnail going to be? What angle am I going to do it from? Where's the sun going to be? What machinery I'm going to show for this episode? It's all important stuff.
Should we do sheep names this series? I got a comment asking. Because we did like that.
That's that. Well, you know what? It's just your Let's Play. You can do whatever you want. You're running sheep. It's your YouTube channel on yours. Do it whatever you want to do.
I think
if you want sheep names, go for it. You know, absolutely. That was always a cracker before, wasn't it? People sending in ideas of what the sheep could be called.
Okay, we're doing sheep names, everyone. Leave them in the comments. I'll have to start making a list.
Yeah, if you want your sheep's name put in there.
Oh.
Think of something interesting, something exciting, something a bit different.
Farm dog, is that you?
We'll get some. Yeah, I think he heard. I think MrSealyP is stirring.
Let's not say what time it is.
Well, yeah. Well, you got up later than you should have done as well, madam.
It's my holiday.
Yeah. So bearing in mind we're recording this, we get up each morning. We try to record, provided the Wi-Fi's all right. We then obviously edit, and then we try to render and then post. The problem is because it's taking on average 6 hours to post a video, whether this gets put up today or not. We will try our best. Today is the 29th. Tomorrow...
it's your birthday!
We should still do one tomorrow, shouldn't we?
A birthday special. I don't know.
And then, like I say,
exactly.
we'll try and do some vlogging from Grassmere. I want to do some vlogging from Grassmere because I love it. So, yeah, birthday vlog. We won't post it. The vlogs won't get posted till we get back because I need my PC at home to do the editing. But that's where we're at. So, field 18 is now...
It's done.
Let's go to growth. Is now in its first stage. Hopefully it will germinate because we are at the right point. We're at the right temperature. Air temp's a little bit low, but ground temp's absolutely fine. We are mid-spring. Next episode we're going to be looking at animals. And we've done what we set out to do today. Bit more chat. I mean, that's in essence, that's what this Let's Play is. Co-op. We're working together to do stuff. We realise, and I realise, I could have got. There are plenty of seeder options that direct drill. There are also various different options. I could have put a cultivator section or the plough subsoiler I've got already. I could have put the subsoiler on the back of this with this seeder behind it and done it all in one pass. But we wanted to do the same job on the same field at the same time today. So that's why we went down the route of having a separate cultivator and seeder setup. That was just the plan. So we hope you've enjoyed it.
I hope you have.
Enjoying it.
And yes, I hope so. I'm enjoying it.
What do they need to do?
Go smash that like button, my dudes. Just go do it. You've been smashing that like button on both of our videos.
Smashing that like button far more on SealyEG than on mine, by the way.
Oh.
Just put that out there. She's had over 1,000 likes on some of her videos. I don't think I've ever read that.
Go to his video and smash that like button.
Anyway, yeah, smash that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, please do to both of us. I'd leave a link normally on mine, and I'll put a thing on the comments. I'll pin a comment with SealyEG's link. If you want to leave a comment, absolutely feel free. So if you want to do sheep names, or how you make money on seasons early on, let us know because we're floundering a bit. And what's the last one?
Where's the last one?
If you want to share this video.
We've done that, haven't we?
No, that's the last bit. Because I'm out of sync, because I'm doing it with you. Yeah, if you want to share this video or SealyEG's, please be our guest. I think is what we were saying, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever you should choose to do out of all of those selections.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.